What's up guys, my name is Brandon and welcome back to the 31st jailbreak update video. We have some very exciting, interesting, and important stuff to talk about today. So in this video, we're going to be talking about a new development in the iOS 10.3.1 jailbreak scene, my advice for updating or not, an updated look at Apple's signing period window, Pangu's jailbreak, and more. So first of all, yes, this jailbreak update video just comes a couple of days after the last episode, episode 30. But as you guys know, I don't repeat myself in these episodes. So if I make a jailbreak update video twice in a week or more, you know it's an important time and some important information. So definitely an important and vital time right now for people that are interested in jailbreaking as far as whether you should update or not, some of this new news that's coming out. There's just so much to talk about and so much you guys need to know. So that's why I had to record another video this week. All right, so now let's fast forward to present tense. What is this new development that I'm talking about? What is new with the 10.3.1 jailbreak? So an Israeli security researcher who works for a company called Zimperium has stated that he's going to be releasing, or his company is going to be releasing, an exploit for iOS 10.3.1 in a few months. So what is this Zimperium company and should we actually trust this guy? So Zimperium is a mobile security company based in California and they're pretty well known in this whole mobile security scene, and this guy definitely does work for them. So he's legit, you know, regardless of his follower count, he is legit and he can be trusted. And if you look at his Twitter, he's actually followed by Luca Tedesco, Marco Grassi, and some of the others that are well known in the community. So that just adds to the legitimacy of this guy. So I don't think he's a troll or anything like that. He does seem to be a real security researcher and actually knows what he's talking about. So looking at this tweet here, you can see that the reason he plans to release this exploit for 10.3.1 is because Apple actually patched 8 of the company's kernel privilege escalation bugs in 10.3.2 as noted on the security notes. He also tweeted out that an exploit has already been written for 10.3.1 and plans to release it around, quote, conferences season. And the conference he's referring to in this tweet is called Hack in a Box, and it takes place in Singapore on August 21st through the 25th. So we can expect this exploit to potentially be released around this time. Now, before you get too excited, just know that he said he's allegedly going to be releasing an exploit, not a full-fledged jailbreak. There's a big difference in the two. So this could be the exact same situation as what happened with the Yalu and the mock portal jailbreaks. So if you remember, Google's Project Zero actually wrote out an exploit and published it publicly for everybody to see on the Google Project Zero blog. Then Luca Tedesco took those exploits, added in his own zero-day exploits, bundled it together, and created a jailbreak that we now know as Mock Portal and Yalu. So unless something like that happens again, and it won't be from Luca Tedesco, he's already stated multiple times that he's not going to be releasing another public jailbreak. So unless that happens with somebody else or some other team, we're basically just going to be getting an exploit, not an actual jailbreak with Cydia and all that. Now, with all that being said, this is still great news for a potential future jailbreak, because if there's an exploit just sitting out there, you know, it's inevitable that a jailbreak, a full-fledged jailbreak is going to come from that exploit at some time in the future. Now, of course, that's not guaranteed, you know, it's kind of just speculation, but, you know, you would think that if an exploit just out there in the wild, that something's going to happen with it. But of course, the unfortunate part of all this is that if a jailbreak does get released, it's definitely going to be when the signing window for 10.3.1 is closed. As for the exploit itself, it's likely just going to work for all 64-bit devices on 10.3.1, and then he also mentions that it will work on 10.2. Now, as you can see here, he does say that it works on 10.2, but he does not directly imply that it works on the iPhone 7. This person asked if it worked on an iPhone 7 and he said 10.2, so that's not really a direct answer, so we don't really know about support for 10.2.1, 10.3, or the iPhone 7 on 10.2 for 100% sure at this point in time. So now comes the million-dollar question: should you update to 10.3.1? Well, before we get into my opinion on that, I just wanted to show you guys the updated chart that I created that shows the time in between the iOS signing windows. So as you can see here, it continues to show that Apple does not stop signing a firmware until 7 days after the next version, at least 7 days after the next version is released. So that means that we can expect iOS 10.3.1 to stop being signed as soon as Monday, May 22nd. Now, it could be earlier, it could be later. Nobody really knows for sure, but if you want to see the full chart, which I recommend you do, there's going to be a link in the description for you to go ahead and check that out. So since we only have a few days as of today to decide if we want to update to 10.3.1 or not before it stops being signed, let me give you my opinion on what I personally would do. Now, a huge disclaimer, this is just my opinion. I'm not forcing you to update. I'm not telling you to update because I can't answer that question for you for sure. Unfortunately, I can't tell the future future, and I don't have any kind of inside scoop that everybody else doesn't have. I'm just going on my intuition, my gut, and my experience with iOS jailbreaking. So if I have a jailbroken device right now on any firmware, I don't care if it's iOS 9, iOS 8, whatever it is, I would 100% stay there. I would stay exactly where you are if you're jailbroken, and I would definitely save my SHSH2 blobs for iOS 10.3.1 as soon as possible. Do it right after watching this video with the link you find down in the description below, or you can also check the cards right now. I have a video there that shows you exactly how to do it. It's very simple. And if you are jailbroken, when you save these SHSH2 blobs, that means you're going to be able to update to iOS 10.3.1 in the future when it's not being signed. So it's very crucial for you to save those blobs. And you guys are in the best situation right now by far for any other iOS version. Now, if you're on iOS 10.2.1, this is going to be tough for me to say, but I would probably update to 10.3.1 this weekend or even on Monday. So I would not do it yet. I would wait for all the news to come in possible, just so you don't jump the gun and something comes out on Saturday or Friday or something like that, and you miss out and you've already updated and you can never go back to 10.2.1. So I would personally, right now, my thought process, if I was on 10.2.1, would be to update to 10.3.1, but just not yet. I think a 10.3 jailbreak is just bound to happen at some point in the future. You know, even a 10.2.1 jailbreak could very well happen sometime in the future, but I'm willing to take that risk and update to 10.3.1 and be on the new Apple file system and jailbreak on that. But again, I would still just wait at least until the weekend, just in case some new news comes out, you know, from Pangu or from this new security researcher or something. I would still just wait for now. Now, if I had an iPhone 7 on 10.2, I would also most likely update to 10.3.1 sometime this weekend. So the 10.3.1 jailbreak that we were just talking about is going to work on 10.2 according to the security researcher, but it's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to work on the iPhone 7. But again, I'd rather risk it and just have a jailbreak on the new Apple file system. Now, one thing to keep in mind for you iPhone 7 users is that you have a very low chance of Feature Restore working with your SHSH2 blobs. A very, very low chance, even if you're jailbroken. So that is the biggest reason I would update to 10.3.1, because, you know, even if you have SHSH blobs, you're still probably not going to be able to get to 10.3.1 once it stops being signed. Now, here is the toughest predicament to be in, and it's the one I'm currently in myself on my daily driver. If you're on iOS 10.1 or 10.1.1 on the iPhone 7 jailbroken, what do you do? And this one's just going to be a completely personal preference. So if you can't stand the mock portal jailbreak, if it's just so unstable that you can't even stand to use it, I would go ahead and update to 10.3.1 sometime this weekend and just leave the jailbreak behind. It's hard to imagine any jailbreak being more unstable than mock portal, but again, this is just completely up to you. I'm not telling you to do this or not. It just completely depends on if you can live without a jailbreak and if the jailbreak is just basically unusable and so unstable for you on your iPhone 7 that you want to update to 10.3.1. Now, I said that I'm in this predicament myself, and me personally, I'm going to be staying on 10.1.1. I would love to have a 10.3.1 jailbreak, but you know, we'll just see. I'm going to stay on 10.1.1 for now, just to be safe and just so I can have a jailbreak at least for the next few months. So there you go. That is my opinion on what I would do if I was in a certain situation. A lot of you guys have asked me about that, so I'm glad to finally have given my opinion on what I would do at this point in time. Now, please don't come complaining to me and getting all mad at me in a couple months if a 10.2.1 jailbreak comes out and, you know, you claim that I told you that you need to update to 10.3.1. I didn't. I just told you that's my opinion. I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. I'm just saying, based on my experience and my opinion, my gut, this is what I would do. You know, you can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, the device is in your hands. iTunes is in your hands. Do what you want. Now, what's up with Pangu? And we really don't know anything more at this point. You know, I made an update video a couple days ago and nothing has happened since then at all with Pangu. I've been monitoring them on Twitter, on Weibo, on everything, and they have not tweeted out anything or put anything on Weibo at all. Now, I don't think that this potential exploit release in August has anything to do with Pangu. I don't think Pangu is going to delay anything or anything like that because of this exploit release. So I would completely throw that theory out the window. And I personally still think that Pangu's exploit will work for 10.3 through 10.3.2, but again, that's just my theory, my opinion. It could be just 10.3 through 10.3.1. We just don't know, and we won't know until it's released. So yeah, we know a 10.3.1 jailbreak is definitely possible. We've seen it now from 2 reputable people and companies, and you know, a 10.3.1 jailbreak is definitely possible. I think it's inevitable, really, but unfortunately, we just don't know at this point when that time will be. So we do have MOSEC 26 17 coming next month, and then the Hack in the Box event coming in August. So I definitely expect something to get released, or at least something to get revealed, some kind of information at both of those conferences, really. If not both, then at least one of those conferences we'll be seeing something released, whether that's news, whether that's a jailbreak, whether it's the exploit, whatever it is. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated and posted on this channel. I'll also be giving you guys more advice and my opinions on anything new that has come about. On Saturday, I will be doing a live stream here on YouTube, so make sure you do have my notifications turned on, that little bell icon down below, so that you get notified when I do go live. So the bottom line is this: take everything I said in this video, all my opinions, all my advice, and form your own opinion and what you want to do. Just make sure that you either update to 10.3.1 or decide that you're not going to update to 10.3.1 by Monday. And again, I'll be here on YouTube live on Saturday to help you out as well. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, and if you're looking forward to this 10.3.1 jailbreak / exploit, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe for a lot more videos like this, and also be notified when I do go live here on YouTube, like I'm going to be on Saturday night. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.